Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about simple habits that have a high rate of return over time. A habit that has a high rate of return later in life is doing focused work. And sometimes that means taking your phone and leaving it in the other room. Temptation is everywhere. There are so many distractions nowadays that in order to do focused work, sometimes you just have to take your phone and put it in the other room. Okay, so did you know that back in the day, Bill Gates, he purchased a TV to watch educational videos and he actually disconnected the turner so he didn't get distracted by watching TV shows and like having other options of what to watch besides his own educational video. So if he needed help focusing, the rest of us need help focusing as well. And he also described having, this is from a book that was written about him, he also described having a blackout period in his 20s where he didn't watch TV or listen to music. And so his goal was to dedicate his full mental energy to thinking about software and building Microsoft. Okay, another habit with a high rate of return later in life is to pay off any high interest debt that you have. Prioritize it as the first thing to get rid of, especially if you have financial goals. Anytime that you're paying high interest rates on any debt, you are robbing your future self. Because think about it, if you invest in the stock market, you are getting a positive rate of return. But think of a credit card or any sort of high yield debt is robbing you of that future growth. So every month, the bank is getting their return. If you're not convinced that you should pay off all your high interest debt, put that into an amortization chart. When I looked at an amortization chart, it completely changed my life. Okay, now I'm debt free. That literally changed my life. You could just see that the interest and how much it grows over time and compounds. You can either be compounding your money the positive way or be compounding your money the negative way. But you will have more money that's in your pocket and you're not giving it away to a bank. It is so important to have your own opinion. In today's age, everybody has an opinion, but that doesn't mean that it's right. The loudest person is the one that gets heard. That doesn't mean that they're right. Not every advice, not everything that comes out of somebody's mouth might benefit you. I remember when I was in my debt-free journey and I was paying off my student loans and paying off my credit cards and things like that, people told me, why are you doing that? That's so silly. Your life in the hands of other people. Never give power to other people to come and save you. At least you know that you're responsible for the choices that you made. Everybody wants a village. No one wants to be a villager. Do more favors. Offer to help other people. Offer to help your friends. Show up when invited. And that means sometimes taking the short end of the stick and doing stuff that you don't want to do. To have other people care for us and be there for us. We have to be villagers. That means we have to show up and be there for them, even if it doesn't benefit us. More things will open up in your life. More people will help you. More people will be kind to you. More people will want to be there for you because they have seen that you're the type of person that shows up for them. To automate 10 to 15% of your income into savings or investments. And the reason to automate it is so you never think about it. You never see that money ever. It just automatically goes into your savings or your investments. And it's just something that over time, any little amount adds up. To get used to it and pay yourself first. Another habit with a high rate of return over time is to have or to just speak to a tax professional. You will be so grateful. Yes, a paid one. Pay a tax professional and speak to them about your own circumstances and how they can help you or what advice they have. Do your own research and find one that can help you, but it will just save you so much time, headaches over time, and also help you save ka-ching later on. Also think about it as an investment in yourself, especially if you have a small business. It's like investing back in yourself. They will give you advice that will just help you for years to come. In the era that we grow up with Amazon and instant delivery, I do catch myself saying like, oh my God, I want that. And another item to collect dust, another small item that's going to rob your future. You have a bunch of small things, you're not gonna be able to have a bunch of big things. So sometimes delaying gratification, delaying wanting and getting things automatically and buying things right there, it just helps you become mentally stronger over time so you can make more sacrifices for your future self. Delayed gratification is a muscle, same as making sacrifices like, oh, that sweet treat, I want to get that sweet treat. Yes, that sweet treat is going to feel good for 5 minutes, but then later on it's just going to be money down the drain or stuck in your closet. You're never going to see it again. It's just going to be a waste of $20, a waste of $50 just because you wanted it in that moment. Sometimes it's better to say, you know what, I'm going to sleep a few days on it, and if I still want it, let me go back and let me think about it, or I'm gonna gift it to myself if I get this done. It will just make you so much stronger because we can't have everything we want right away. But what we can do is have the important things that we do want and the ones that are going to be meaningful down the road in our lives. We have like a bank of energy, and the more that we pull from it, the less we have for like the actual important things. Anytime that you're giving your attention to things, I mean things that don't add value, don't add monetary value, don't add any value to your life, don't make you better in any way, all you're doing is draining and distracting yourself from what really matters. Distracting yourself from building yourself, from building your business, from building your career, from building your bank account. Just, it doesn't add, it's taken away. So always taking risks, investing in your skills, especially when you're young, is so important. Because when you're young, it's much easier to recover from risks that you took, and you have more time, whether that risk is starting a new business, switching careers, switching jobs. And we're not saying that you can't do it later in life. You can, obviously, if you're alive, you're welcome to change. We're just saying that if you're young, you might as well take the risks, as many as you can, earlier in life. That will build so much confidence in yourself. If there's something you want to try, go try it yourself. That in itself is taking a risk. If there's a business you want to start the business. Whether you do well at them or whether you fail, it's never a failure because you tried. And everything leads you to where you're supposed to be. Always work on learning and developing your skills so you can stay competitive, whether it's in the job market or whether it's at life. And that can be anything from taking a copywriting class to content creation, to learning about emotional intelligence, to build your skill set, build your resume, just build you all together. And it's never a waste of time to learn something new. Keep glowing, keep growing, and never give up on building your authentic dream life. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.